and gentlemen, this is an amazing day. Today, I have one of the powerhouses, an amazing gentleman, which I will talk about. This is your host, Dr. Yavuz Selim Sılay, physician, entrepreneur, and venture architect, and your senior anchorman, broadcasting to more than 900 million viewers across more than 40 countries. Today, I am really thrilled and excited because one of my best friends, buddies, colleagues, Kevin Sultani is right now here with us. He is actually took a flight all the way from LA to Dubai and still didn't break our heart. He accepted during his busy schedule. He is the CEO of GMA Group, which is one of the top groups that he will talk about. Kevin, welcome to News Plus.
Thank you, Doctor. How are you? I appreciate your time. I appreciate your network. Hello to everybody. Excuse my jet lag eyes, but I'm here with you, full energy, ready to go. Thank you for the invite, Doctor.
I'm honored to have you. Kevin is really one of our friends, our brothers, who is so passionate, and we get energy from him. So despite his busy schedule, he's here with us. Let's watch one of the videos actually that we have. He was here in Turkey before. Let's watch that short video, and then we'll be right back with my dear friend and colleague, Kevin Sultani.
How did you meet blockchain and cryptocurrencies?
So in 2011 is when I got introduced to crypto and blockchain. Back then, it was a very different time. I started in crypto mining. So my company in 2012 became the first Southern California company to deliver customized mining rigs to customers. In 2011, Bitcoin was only 81 cents when I got introduced to it. So it was a very different time. And moving forward after the crashes and the hacks and everything, now today my company GMA Group helps other companies, corporations such as SAP, Coca-Cola, and we help them not only educate about the blockchain, but how to implement different solutions and enterprises as well within the space. So we help with fundraising and we help with growth strategy in our offices in Newport Beach, California, Amsterdam, and in Dubai.
Can you tell us about GMA Group? What does GMA blockchain and crypto do in the field?
Not only do we help with fundraising for startups looking to grow their network around the world or help with fundraising because everybody needs investments, but we also do a lot of training sessions, educating, like I mentioned, companies like SAP, Coca-Cola in the Middle East and in America to helping them educate their employees about the blockchain and the possibilities within their company, how they can implement different payment strategies or cross-border solutions or anything in between. We work with healthcare companies as well in Puerto Rico, Medico y Mucho Más, the biggest healthcare insurance company, to help implement blockchain tech for them as well.
What are the future goals of GMA Group?
I'd say the future is a beautiful place. We just don't know where we're headed in the market, but I can be sure that the technology is something that we're very highly focused on. We don't use the word cryptocurrency anymore in our company. We try to just focus on blockchain solutions and technology that are helping companies grow and also helping startups be able to implement these strategies, these protocols, so that the big banks or the big institutions that are going to be purchasing this technology can purchase them from really cool startups around the world. So the future for GMA Group we're just not going to stop. We're going to keep going. The market has no meaning to us, what the price of Bitcoin or this and that is. What interests us is the technology and what we can do with that technology.
And our last question. GMA Group doing such work in Turkey?
So we just began a partnership in Istanbul with Blockchain Istanbul, Encrypted Education. What they do is they put certificates on the blockchain for educational services, diplomas, degrees, which are securitized on the blockchain. We keep it all foolproof. And with Blockchain Istanbul, we're going to be back in July, and we're going to be throwing our own event, not this big, but maybe 500 or 800 people. It's going to be highly focused on the technology, not just free flowing of everything. We're just focusing on technology that are being implemented, the protocols, the STOs coming up, less about the utility tokens and the ICOs that are there. But if they have good, proper technology, then we would love to have them. So it's a beautiful partnership we created, and we'll be back.
Okay, thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks to everybody. We hope to see you guys in June.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an amazing day. Today, I have one of the powerhouses, an amazing gentleman, which I will talk about. This is your host, Dr. Yavuz Selim Sılay, physician, entrepreneur, and venture architect, and your senior anchorman, broadcasting to more than 900 million viewers across more than 40 countries. Today, I am really thrilled and excited because one of my best friends, buddies, colleagues, Kevin Sultani is right now here with us. He is actually took a flight all the way from LA to Dubai and still didn't break our heart. He accepted during his busy schedule. He is the CEO of GMA Group, which is one of the top groups that he will talk about. Kevin, welcome to News Plus.
Thank you, Doctor. How are you? I appreciate your time. I appreciate your network. Hello to everybody. Excuse my jet lag eyes, but I'm here with you, full energy, ready to go. Thank you for the invite, Doctor.
I'm honored to have you. Kevin is really one of our friends, our brothers, who is so passionate, and we get energy from him. So despite his busy schedule, he's here with us. Let's watch one of the videos actually that we have. He was here in Turkey before. Let's watch that short video, and then we'll be right back with my dear friend and colleague, Kevin Sultani. Tamam. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you have seen, Kevin has done so much around the globe, in the United States, in Dubai, in Turkey, in Europe, around the world. He is a true entrepreneur and amazing leader. Kevin, welcome back.
Thank you, Doctor. Appreciate it. Thank you for showing that video. I must say that was from pre-COVID times and everything in the world has changed. But yes, we were proudly in Turkey for a few conferences from 2016, 17, 18, and then COVID hit, but we're looking forward to getting back.
I'm sure we'll do great things together. So for our viewers, Kevin, we know you very well. Can you tell who Kevin Sultani is?
Again, thank you, Doctor, for this invite. I'm honored to be here with you. Thank you for everybody listening and watching today. My name is Kevin Sultani from GMA Group. GMA Group is a alternative investment advisory where we focus on three pillars, mainly in medtech, blockchain, and gaming. And throughout the years, we've progressed out of just focusing on blockchain. We were the first Southern California company in 2011 and 12 to do anything in crypto mining. And that was sold in 2014, and GMA Group was born, which is now the parent company to over 10 other companies, advisors to over 20 blockchain and gaming projects around the world. And we always say an alternative investment advisory is only as good as they invest their own money. So we invest our own money, and we've done well building applications in the blockchain space for payments, remittance, communication, security. And in the gaming space, now we do traditional assets such as esports and gaming development. But what's really exciting is marrying the two industries together for me, which is blockchain and gaming. So we're seeing some amazing assets being built, some amazing platforms being built. So that's where mainly my whole focus has been over the last 2 years, really, is to make sure that blockchain technology is understood and utilized within all industries, but gaming and esports is a fantastic opportunity for it. That's a little bit about what we do.
A true role model. You know, I'm a little bit curious. What is your motivation? You have so much energy. How are you actually generating this energy, that positive vibe? And, you know, you're serving many people. What is your driving motivation as a role model as Kevin Sultani?
Thank you, Doctor. That means a lot coming from you, because I know the way people look at you and the way they respect your work. And if I can be in that cloud of people, then I've done something good. And I appreciate your kind words, but it really just goes back to the passion of wanting to create. And if you just want to create, what you'll see happen is that great things will come from it. So not always wondering about the negotiation of a percentage or a nominal fee that you're going to take as a cut for an introduction or this and that. But if you go into any business deal or any deal really ever with your children, with your wife, with your business, with everybody, you have to go in with two things. You have to go in wanting to give something, if you want something back, you have to give something. So that usually comes from creation. And the second thing is leverage. Without leverage, you're no good. So if even leverage with your own wife and kids, you must have leverage to get, the happy family, the happy life, and the kids, so that everything turns out well. Well, no truer than in business. So where I get my motivation from is in 2014, I went to a seminar from Anthony Robbins, the tall motivational speaker guy, Tony Robbins, which I'm sure everybody knows. And I got hooked. I got so hooked when this guy on stage was yelling and screaming and passion for almost 17 hours. This guy was on stage. And I said, if this guy can do it for 17 hours, then I can do it for, a day, a work day, 9 to 5. And that eventually came, 17 hours. Now I wake up every day at 5 a.m. and I go to bed whenever the work's done. And but it goes back to, we have to create. If we want to leave this earth with something, we have to create. And maybe someone, when we're gone, will remember us.
That is amazing. And you are actually reflecting your goodness. I can see that, Kevin. And even every person, every leader at Jima Group is the same. I can see that passion when we had the opportunity to meet you with your kind invitation in Istanbul. Since that time, I'm hooked up to you as well, frankly speaking. So getting back to your passion of esports, blockchain, as well as alternative investments. Why are you so passionate about these three major areas?
Alternative investments is a pretty cliche term. Everybody wants to coin everything that's not traditional as alternative, right? Of course, this is what the meaning is. But we in the alternative investment space think of them as hyper growth, very micro markets with a 10 to 30 year runway that has not begun yet. So if you look at things like blockchain, gaming, biotech kind of started a few years back, and the runway has begun. Medtech, these are alternative investments. Even hemp, doing great things for energy, and then renewable energy sources. These are all things that have been barely tapped in, just barely, not even the 1% mark. So they are alternative investments. What drives me to go after those is exactly that I'm early to the party, and that if I fail a couple of them, it's okay, because you're so early to the industries. And if you do something good or a couple things good, then you're going to have a career for 40, 50 years to come, and maybe in one of the fastest hyper growing, which is gaming, and then the most innovative and what's the word I'm looking for? Disrupting, which is blockchain. And so if you look at disruption and growth, yeah, I want to be there for sure. So I want to be able to create, disrupt, and grow. And that's exactly what 2020 showed us, is that you have to create, disrupt, and grow. And then the only thing that my generation's good at doing is making what the previous generations invented better. We cannot invent anything else. So we go to the alternative investments and we try to just make them better.
Awesome. And then I look at the entrepreneur activities. Now it's a global village, right? You're there yesterday, 2 days ago in LA. Now you're in Dubai, maybe tomorrow in Istanbul. So in this global village, how do you see the trade and entrepreneurial activities shaping between the United States, Turkey, Dubai, Africa? Where do you see the world is going?
Yeah, it's obviously becoming a much smaller world, right? So we have so much connection to each other within a moment's notice, just like a Zoom call or a Skype, and you can pretty much be anywhere. With COVID, the pandemic, now people are traveling less. So this digitalization of meetings has been pretty implanted now into our system, as this is how it's going to be. This is how we're going to have to conduct our interviews, our pitch competitions, our fundraising, everything. And so if you're not good at just speaking in general, then it's never going to work. So to answer your question of the way the world is going in relationships, I think it's going to just speed things up, because now we don't have to fly to each other's countries, sit with the heads of state in red tape. If all of that is handled right here on this call, we can make some decisions, we can sign the paperwork, and maybe 2 countries can get to work tomorrow. Absolutely. And so I do like the way of digitalization, but you know me. I'm a physical guy. I love to see people. I want to hold people. I want to shake your hand. So this has been really tough for me. But
Same
in the
here.
bigger
Same here.
picture, I think it's gonna be, yeah, I know you too, brother. But I think in the bigger picture, like for governments and countries, this will speed it up.
That is true. And I'm so amazed by the work you have done at Clubhouse in this new media. And you created and founded this amazing club, Investors Mastermind. And now it is the fastest growing club, investment club in Clubhouse. And you're doing this in 7 languages. And kudos to your vision. It is snowballing. Can you tell what is the secret behind it, and what is your vision for Investors Mastermind?
Well, if everybody's watching this video right now, I don't know if I'm pointing correctly, but my secret is right here. This one. I don't know which way it's pointing, but Dr. Yavuz has been an amazing part from day one. You know that, but it's consistency, Doctor. You've been there with me from day one, and we've been consistent. And that's what life is, where you put your energy and your focus, that's what you're going to get. And maybe some days we put too much energy into Clubhouse and too much time. But is it not crazy that the club now is snowballing? Because look, we had a full-time job 2 weeks ago. You and I were on Clubhouse maybe 40, 50 hours.
That's true.
I can imagine we're both a bit burnt out. But what we did was create a community that is snowballing, like you're saying. And I believe in 2 to 3 years, just like Instagram, our page will be one of the biggest pages on Clubhouse for investors. So for those that are new to Clubhouse or may want to know a little bit, I'll plug it in by saying it's an amazing platform. Get on there. It's something mixed like LinkedIn with Instagram Live, and without the video. And if you get both of these, you get a very professional network of people in an audio only setting that can share their thoughts. And when you're speaking audio only, the energy does not lie. You cannot just keep, just salesman all the time. So Clubhouse is a beautiful medium for people like us to share our knowledge, to share what we have. And in the alternative investment space, these are buzzwords: blockchain, gaming, AI, AR, medtech. These are all buzzwords. So when we throw the clubs or the topics, when you run the medtech show and I run the blockchain show, 300-500 people are coming. This is bigger than a conference. This is bigger than any conference out here. So imagine you and I and all of our team in the Clubhouse, we've run over 500 conferences just in 1 month. I think this is absolutely powerful. I think it's amazing. So for everybody listening, get on Clubhouse, and don't ask us for an invite because we don't have any, but we would love to support you and moderate your rooms because it's a beautiful medium to share knowledge.
And it only becomes beautiful because of the good people who are trying to create content like yourself and the entire team at Investors Mastermind. Kevin, how did COVID-19 impacted your business, and how do you see the future with COVID-19 on and off? Now you're in Dubai. I think it's much better there. There are places in LA which the vaccination rates are going high. How do you see the way we do business is changing, and how it impacted you?
Yeah, COVID was a tough time for everybody. I don't care who you are. Even if you sell sanitizers, it was tough because you had to shift your business, you had to put more marketing dollars, and you had to pivot. But for us in gaming, to be very honest, it was a very easy pivot. We're already online. We're already fully digitized. We're already, taking advantages of all the resources. So companies like ours were 10 steps ahead. We didn't need any education process. We didn't need any plug and play. We just were ready to go. All you needed to do was now 100% online. And so that's the only thing that changed for us. But as anybody knows, gaming in 2020 probably got the biggest increase of any industry in the world because everybody was at home. They had a little bit of expendable money because now they're not going out to restaurants and stuff. A lot of the people in America specifically were on unemployment. So again, that money was still okay. It was keeping them above water. But now without the restaurants and the payments and things, they had a little bit of expendable money, and the kids spent that on gaming and streaming. And so for us, COVID was a blessing in disguise. I know it's not a popular opinion, but I know a lot of businesses need to pivot and shift. And we did that very quickly, and we were able to just be fine with it.
That is amazing. So you were ahead of the game. You were ready. And when actually this disaster hit, which we are all affected, it's all about being ready. So, and I think that is very true. Even for our television channel now, we receive much more feedback. People in Africa also sitting at their home, they have couple choices and they choose us. And even in areas where there is no internet in Africa, they're able to watch us through satellite. So exactly to your point, you know, it's about being ready at the right time to deliver what people need and really cater that education, that knowledge, that, you know, aspiration to help them grow. So kudos to you. I mean, I'm an esports fan. I'm learning from you. I'm learning blockchain from you. So I also invite everyone, all of our viewers, to join. You know, if they have an iPhone and maybe in the future an Android too, Clubhouse, and definitely connect with Kevin to see what the Investors Mastermind is doing every week in 7 different languages. So I'm also curious about how you see currently, you know, as the CEO of GMA Group, the economic ties between the United States, Africa, Turkey, and Dubai. How do you see it's going? Where do you see the opportunities to make these relationships even better and, you know, make it a win-win opportunity for all counterparts?
Yeah, you know, I think that taking advantages of your strengths, that's what countries that are superpowers do best. So when you're talking about these specific countries and locations, how can Turkey and America increase their relationships, Africa and Turkey, and then Africa and America, you really got to look at the strengths and then the necessities. And so with Turkey, we have a lot of developmental power, a lot of technological prowess that is starving for innovation. That innovation is not there because of the market and the economy and just the given location. This is not from my words. This is just the way it is in certain locations. Who would have known that Italy would have been, you know, hit this hard? One of the most first world countries, top 8 economy in the world, top 10 economy in the world. Who would have known that they were not ready or could not establish? So with all of their troubles and opportunities, they still couldn't figure it out. So I'll take it back to go with what you're strong at. And for Turkey, that's technology, developmental power, and I would say like digital marketing. I like the marketing minds of Turkish people. And so if you connect that with what Africa needs and the opportunities there, we need people to start introducing their infrastructures, whether it's blockchain, education, or whatever. And I think it actually needs to start with education, which is a very popular opinion, I know, for this show as well. So we need schools from America, from Turkey, to come, just like here in Dubai. I'm here in Dubai, and every single school is, you know, German American school of this, Emirates, whatever. They're all combination. And then just today, I passed another one. It wasn't a school, but it was a cargo container company. Huge place, huge place. It said Turkish, Arab, cargo, whatever company. I love this. This means they're coming together, 50-50, whatever it is, and they're doing something for the betterment of, you know, well, my case was Dubai for today. So in Africa's case, whatever the country may be, education platforms, blockchain technologies, medical services, we're no good if we don't go there and they don't allow us to come and do that partnership. So I know that this is happening, but to everybody out there, to everybody that's listening, we must go. Anybody, both Africa, Turkey, America, Turkey, all of us, we, they, us, we all need to move. We need to get back to a bit of normal so that we can go visit these countries face to face, bring our ideas, bring our IP. Don't be so scared to replicate the model that worked in Istanbul, again in Djibouti, or in South Africa, or in Angola, or wherever. So this is what I think it should. So break the stigma, number one, get over there, and number 3, implement and copy paste what you've already done. And I think, like I said, America to Turkey, Turkey, America, and Africa, all 3. It doesn't matter. I don't see color. I don't see race, but I know that people are not moving. And I know that's the one thing that we got to do is bring our platforms.
Awesome. You are really so focused, like laser focused, and really giving really the best recommendations, Kevin. I'm curious about, for our viewers in 40 countries now listening to you, how can they reach you? How can they collaborate with you? What can they do with GMA Group? How can they actually create more synergies? What are your recommendations? And what do you see, there are areas of growth in Africa
Yes.
with your company?
I should preface by saying Africa is the most promising place over the next 3 to 5 years. I'm not saying 2 decades from now. I'm not saying 10 years from now. I'm saying in 3 to 5 years. And it's beginning now. Not even now. It's actually begun 5 years ago. And people like me are late to the party. But with the support of people like you and the people that are listening today, we can leapfrog a lot of these situations to have quantum leaps so that we can break those 10, 20 years into the 3-5 years that I'm predicting. And I'll start with two segments, blockchain and gaming, because I know everybody in Africa is looking at these. I know for a fact, I know a lot of friends in Ghana doing some great things, Angola is doing some amazing things in esports. And then on the blockchain side, everybody knows about what Nigeria is doing and South Africa. So I'll break it really quickly into these two things. If anybody hears anything I say today that would love to support, please do message me. LinkedIn is the best place. I think LinkedIn is the most professional. You can see what we've done. You can take a look at some of our projects and then message me if you think that it's a good fit for us to talk. Blockchain right now is very exciting because you have a couple projects that are actually being developed in Africa that have potential. And one of them is a very famous man, and he's a rapper, Akon. And he's doing some stuff there, and I don't think he needs any help or support, but I'm sure any government support and any money investment is never going to say no. But they're doing some amazing work. And if they come to fruition with even 1% of this project, what you'll see happen is it'll be the first African tokenized city. And really quickly for the friends out there, I'm not going to get too technical, but a tokenized asset is essentially a one-of-one that equals to like the US dollar or the lira, but it's not the dollar or the lira. It's a digital version of it that can be broken down into many millions of different pieces. So we can tokenize these assets. Imagine if a whole city was tokenized. So that's what Akon is doing and essentially trying to tokenize an entire city. I love that, and I do believe that is the way of the future. I do believe dollars and liras, all of this is going to go away. And we're going to have digital lira, digital dollars, and digital versions of these currencies. So I think that's it. I don't want to talk too much, but if you had a question or anything on there, or should I go to the esports side?
I think we should continue here because you are very passionate about digitizing and tokenizing a lot. So I'm very curious. We know the CBDC lira is coming after June or July this year.
Right.
And do you see more tokenization on the, this side with the currencies? And also,
I think
where do you see the new opportunities in the blockchain side?
Yeah, you said it perfectly. The central bank digital currencies are the next wave to come. I do believe there's some African countries that are going to do some great things with it. It's a very sensitive situation for everybody. It doesn't matter Africa, America, or Turkey, or anybody. It's a very sensitive situation. So nobody wants to be the first, but whoever is going to be able to be the first is going to be able to do some great things because you're essentially quantum leaping your economy. See, if America goes to the digital dollar, it's just a progression. We're supposed to go to the digital dollar.
Sure.
But if in countries in Africa where they skipped over the system of credit and they're not using debt and credit where like we are in America, you have a chance now to just put that credit stuff aside and quantum leap over it into the new digital world with these digital assets. And the tokenization of an economy is the way to do it. It's scary. It's a lot of education. It kind of doesn't really make sense, but I'm here to say we're coming of age, and I think it's necessary. So the tokenized assets, tokens such as central bank digital currencies, like Nigeria coin, South Africa coin, whatever they want to call it, Rand coin. I do believe they're coming. I do believe they're coming, and they're going to come quick. And so I would say to everybody that's in the blockchain space, if anything you want to learn, reach out to people, get connected today. because the country and the continent of Africa are going to do some amazing things in tokenization.
Even in Kenya, like I see all the financial transactions are done now digitally. So there are countries ahead of even some, developed countries in Africa, which are ahead of us. This is also interesting.
Yeah.
Let's move to the esports side. Where do you see the world is going on the esports? What are the growth areas you see?
Again, same as blockchain, is just platforms. We need more platforms. We need people building. We need creators creating, because we're in such a young industry that you don't have the sophistication of like the English Premier League or the NBA or the NFL. So these are systems that took 50, 70, 100 years to perfect. Esports is not even realistically, it's about 20 years, but really realistically, it's only like 5 or 6 years. When the big competition, the 70 million followers and these outrageous numbers, it's only been under a decade. So we have yet to just touch the tip of the iceberg, as the Americans say. So when I say we're at 1%, imagine what else you can add. I've said this on many of my other broadcasts. If you're a designer, a graphic designer, if you're a videographer, if you're a player, if you're a coach, if you're an assistant, if you're a manager, if you're a team operator, I could go on and on and on. We need you. There's a home for you in esports, because we're not as big as the NBA or NFL, but the money and the generation and the user traction is almost 10 times those other sports. Give you a quick example. The Super Bowl was watched as the most watched viewing television show in the world. Everybody knows that. The second one is the World UEFA Champions League final. And the third most viewed is the championship of the League of Legends. League of Legends is a gaming event. Last year was watched by over 77 million people live. This is power. So I'll take it back to Africa. They're doing some amazing things in Ghana. I have some friends that are doing some amazing things in Nigeria. If anybody out there would like to establish an esports association or federation and try to establish your country or city as a new place for esports and gaming, reach out to us on LinkedIn. We have the resources and the people to connect you. And don't wait. Don't wait for your city, your country, your government to give the okay. Gaming is the most pure form of entertainment we can give our children. They're going to play it no matter what. Every Christmas or every time they say, Daddy, give me the new PlayStation. Give me the new Xbox. And it's, if you keep it clean, if you keep it professional, I do believe gaming is the best medium of entertainment we can give our children. There's much worse out there. So we should guide them into these games, which are at least creating visual artists.
Absolutely. And actually improving the intellectual capacity of the children, which are the future leaders of humanity. So I believe down the line, we should have this discussion offline as well. I think this television channel can be a resource to educate on esports with maybe different, episodes, as well as blockchain. And I look forward to that discussion with you, Kevin. Also, what do you think about the work we are here doing right now? We're using the satellites, in the space. We're working with Astra 2G from, Luxembourg, as well as Eutelsat from France, and also Turksat from Ankara. Through using 3 satellites, we are able to reach to 900 million people in Africa in more than 40 countries, just to really educate and create connection and bridges. What do you think about this television channel and shows like this?
2 questions ago, I said the world is becoming a smaller place, right? And it's shows like this that are giving, people like me even a platform to be able to speak to our compatriots around the world. And if anybody has any passion for creation, blockchain, business, just anything, then I've been given this opportunity to speak to a set of people that I might not have otherwise been able to speak to. So I'm not only appreciative, but it's necessary. We need more of these. We need more Dr. Yavuz to get out there and to poke the people to, share our knowledge. What good are we, like I said, if we don't take our ideas and if we don't implement them? Sure. So what you guys are doing here, at Ntr TV, I think is amazing. I think you guys should continue making more and more partnerships so that one day we can, at one time, the whole globe gets to see this, from Asia to Africa and America. And I know that's the plan, but I think it's an honor to be here with the African compatriots out there. And I appreciate the work at Ntr TV. Look at the professionalism, look at the cleanliness, and look at the, aspect of value. if you look at just the amount of value that you're giving to the audience, these are, like I said, these are conferences. People
Yes.
pay thousands of dollars for these conferences. You're giving this away just pure professional value. So I think all the people, all the team at NTR should give a round of applause for themselves. But all the users out there, share it with your friends, send the link, and because we're only good here if we can provide more value out there. So thank you to
Very
NTR and you, Dr. Yavuz. I'm hoping to create a series with you soon.
Absolutely. We will be honored with your leadership and your knowledge. Every minute we're not doing it, it is going to waste, my friends. So this television channel is your TV as well. And bright minds like yourself, our whole idea is to support our brothers and sisters in Africa and educate them. We believe in, African solutions for African problems. And this continent is rising with 1.4 billion people, very young, and they need guidance from bright minds like yourself. Kevin, I want to get your final
You said something really
words.
beautiful. No, I was going to say, you said something really beautiful. I have to interrupt and I have to say, you said
Go for it.
working the African way for Africa by Africa.
Exactly.
This is very important, friends. We need to remember where we're from, what our culture is, what our hard work can give back in value, and not to assimilate to other countries out there. Take the ideas, localize them. This is the beauty of what we're able to do, Doctor. So thank you for bringing that up.
Globally. So think globally, act locally, right? That's extremely important in raising the standards of every single country wherever we are. So Kevin, I want to get your final words for this episode. I'm sure we're gonna do many more episodes together, but for our 900 million viewers in 40 countries in Africa, for our brothers and sisters in Africa, what are your final recommendations as a CEO of GMA Group, Kevin Sultani?
Out of all the questions, that's the most spotlight question. I'm so passionate about creation. I'm so passionate about supporting people that if we support each other and create, it's good for everybody. It's good for the investor. It's good for the users. It's good for the founder. It's good for families. And so all I can do is support to create. And if we can do more of that together, we can build not only a beautiful Africa, a beautiful Turkey, but a beautiful world. So friends, brothers, sisters out there, stay hungry, stay motivated, never allow yourself to get tired from the hustle. We always have to continue to grow every day. And if you can get better at something every day, just do one thing good every day, then that's all that matters in this life, because consistency is key. It's people like you, Dr. Yavuz, that have shown people like me what consistency is. I'll leave you with this from Mr. Kobe Bryant, which is a famous basketball star who unfortunately left us last year, but he changed my life just like Tony Robbins. And it was only his videos that said, if you're not ready for life, then when life happens, you're never going to be able to take advantage of it. So if they give you the ball, like he was a basketball player, if they give you the ball in the fourth quarter with 2 seconds left and you didn't practice that moment, how are you going to make the shot? How are you going to be successful? So I'm telling everybody out there today, be ready for everything. Be ready to move at a moment's notice. Be ready to shift. Be ready to pivot. And the only way to do that is to stay hungry, to stay motivated, and to keep educating yourself. Education is a never-ending process, friends. You got to read. You got to continue to read. We've lost the way of reading in this society. So please continue to read. Get that mind of yours to get stronger. And everything in the mind is a dirt road. But if we focus on that dirt road, what does it become? It becomes a highway, an Autobahn. And then you go like this on the dirt road, but on an Autobahn, you zoom. So if you practice, your mind becomes just like that. So again, friends, stay hungry, stay motivated, and keep educating yourself.
Kevin Sultani, CEO of GMA Group, an amazing gentleman. I'm getting so much energy. I'm sure, ladies and gentlemen, you have received the same amazing pearls of wisdom from my dear friend and colleague, Kevin. Make sure to follow him on LinkedIn. Make sure to connect with him on Clubhouse. Make sure to follow Investors Mastermind. Make sure to go to the website of Jima Group, and let's build bridges, amazing opportunities in blockchain, in gaming, in alternative investments together. Make sure to call our numbers as well, and we'll be happy to connect you with my dear friend and colleague, Kevin. I want to thank you again for this beautiful day and your time, dear Kevin. I know you were really jet lagged, but you didn't say no. This shows your, compassionate heart. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much. Thank you to all my friends out there watching. I really appreciate you. Thank you for the time and the platform. I hope that we can give value back. And also, I'll see you on Clubhouse.
Absolutely. Every Wednesday on MedTech, every Sunday blockchain. We are continuing in 7 languages. Definitely follow Investors Mastermind, the top investment club in Clubhouse, and snowballing in terms of the fastest growth rate. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your host, Dr. Selim Salai, physician, entrepreneur, and venture architect. And as your senior anchorman, I'm really glad that we were able to showcase one of the best business people, young, bright minds, that is building bridges between the States, Turkey, Dubai, Africa, and the rest of the world. I'm really proud to be able to introduce this wonderful gentleman, Kevin Soltani, the CEO of Jima Group. Stay tuned to NTR. We'll be right back in the future with other programs every Tuesday. This is your host, Dr. Selim Salai. Take care and all the best. Bye.